Hi everyone, how are we today? Welcome to Halloween week here on the channel. Very exciting. Today we're doing an out of this world kind of reading. All right, as you can see, I'm a little alien, come to bring you surprises from the stars. All right, so we are going to be looking at your abundance, your money throughout November. All right, so looking at ways that we can increase our money, whether that be connected to career or just in general with money itself. But we are going to be looking at the month of November, see what is going on when it comes to money and abundance for you. Okay, so make sure you do subscribe to the channel. I do really appreciate that. It really does help the channel grow, so thank you so much. Today I am going to be using the Money Moves Oracle deck. I also have, of course, the Mystic Martian Oracle deck, and then clarifying everything today with the Maleficent Lenormand. All right, so there will be timestamps in the description box if you're looking for those. You're more than welcome to check multiple placements. Generally, with the money type of readings, your sun as well as your Saturn placement is usually quite good to check as well. Okay, but starting off with Aries today. All right, Aries, what's going on for Aries in November with their abundance and money? Okay, abundance and money for Aries in November, please. Okay, Aries, so starting us off here, we do see the perfect fit coming through for you, finding the right path, the fit with the soul, the ideal job. You're meant to be here. So it's kind of like exactly where you are, exactly where you're going in November. It is actually the right spot for you to be, even though I feel like for a lot of you, you may question that, you kind of feeling like, is this really that good for me? It may not actually, be the most highest paying job that I can get, but it's kind of sometimes there's more important things is what's coming through here for you, that sometimes in order to make the money that you're wanting and have the abundance that you're wanting, you need to sort of take into account non-material things as well, like your happiness doing that job and whatnot as well. We do also see the social status card coming through. Okay, you will reach the heights of fame and society. Don't get arrogant. All right, so yes, even though you may be the ideal fit for this job, don't allow it to get to your head that you're so good at this job or whatever that might be in your particular situation. For some of you that does talk about social status as in social media, you may be sort of finding yourself sort of plastered over social media and things like that this month, making extra money out of social media, those sorts of things. Okay, but Aries, how can Aries increase abundance throughout November? How can Aries increase their abundance throughout November? Okay, so we do have the Nephilim card coming through for you here, Aries. All right, now that is all about controversial assessing and new perspectives. All right, so you may be sort of thinking of, having some new ideas that are kind of a little bit diversity based, that they're diverse, not diversity, but they're diverse as to the norm. They're a little bit controversial. They're a little bit left of field, maybe people telling you kind of things like, that's never going to work, Aries. How is that even make sense? And things like that. But you're assessing and sort of working out some new perspectives that are actually helping you increase abundance this month in a different kind of way. So you're diversifying, once again with that social status card there as well. For some of you, this might be talking about the need to diversify into a new kind of social status realm, advertising on social media or changing social media platforms and things like that, or for some of you, I'm picking up just talking about your abundance on social media may actually help make some sort of change for you here. But we'll clarify this energy for you. Aries, How can Aries create out of this world abundance in November? How can Aries create out of this world abundance in November? We do see the house coming through first and foremost. So it does talk here about coming from a very stable, secure spot to begin with. So you're needing to sort of make sure home base is stable and steady before we diversify, of course. So making sure, for some of you, there may be, connections here with a family business. There may also be working from home type stuff that you can sort of delve into a little bit here as well. But it does really talk about taking an opportunity as well. We see the child and the clover here. So, with the child, this is like being a little bit more playful with the way that you are, branching out here. And the clover does talk about taking a chance, taking a risk, investing in new beginnings here. The child is new beginning. It's a new adventure when it comes to, what makes you feel abundant. For a lot of you, you may be feeling a lot of abundance just through home life kind of stuff as well. But, it does talk about taking a chance, taking a risk, being a little bit more playful with what abundance even means to you, and, investing in, kind of seeing the world as innocent in a way as well, that, people might say that's naive, that's never going to work, things like that once again, but you're sort of taking a risk, taking a chance here, and it seems to be working out for you there, Aries. Okay, so that's what we're seeing for you, Aries. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course, and we will check out what's going on with Taurus. Okay, Taurus, what's going on for Taurus throughout November with abundance and money? Abundance and money for Taurus in November, please. Fruits of your labor, Taurus. Okay, so it's time to reap the fruits of your labor and become rich. Rich gain is here. All right, so, it's time to sit back and just enjoy, all that hard work is finally sort of paying off for you, Taurus. We do also see new beginnings coming through here. You will start a new job and life, clean sweep over, hit the reset button. All right, so for some of you, this is actually an opportunity for you to, sit back and enjoy the fruits of your labor, but also it may actually be giving you that opportunity to, okay, you've gone as far as you can go here because you've completely plucked this apple from everything, this apple tree from everything that you can reap from that. So, you're reaping the fruits of that labor and then maybe moving on to something new altogether. So for some of you, it's kind of talking about, whatever you're gaining this month in November, the fruits of your labor, so to speak. You might be actually investing that into something brand new here as well. So this is the kind of energy I would sort of see when, someone is selling one business in order to start a new one. So that may be something coming through for some of you there, Taurus. Okay, but we'll have a look here with the Mystic Martians. Okay, Taurus. How can Taurus create further abundance and money for themselves in November? How can Taurus create further money for themselves in November? Whoa, that was like half the deck. I'm going to keep the one that has stayed here with me, but we will reshuffle these others back in because, like I said, that was half the deck, Taurus. You're really trying to throw all your cards on the table and get as maximum benefit from that. Okay, Taurus, increase of money and abundance for Taurus throughout November, please. Okay, so firstly, we're seeing the Syrians, Taurus. This talks about artistic and integrity and honesty. Okay, so creativity a little bit here and being very honest with and having that integrity to your own truth and your own creativity. I do feel it's kind of, being very honest with the way that you see the world, because you see the world a little bit differently here, Taurus, and that's actually working in your favor. We do also have the Galactic Federation coming through for you, Taurus. Collaboration, meetings, and communities. So, you know, you being a bit more creative and bringing your truth and your honesty through to others. You know, it really does help with the teamwork, and it helps you collaborate with others. So we're definitely seeing, you know, the need to, you know, enlist the community a little bit more. Be creative in the way that you're engaging others and meeting others halfway when it comes to, you know, money and investments and your, you know, sense of abundance. For a lot of you, your sense of abundance this month may be outside of money. It may be sitting with, you know, your social engagement side of life sort of stuff there. But we'll clarify that for you. Out of this world. Pardon me. Taurus. How can Taurus create out of this world abundance? Set my cough off. Awesome. Firstly, we're seeing the bear coming through for you, Taurus. Just one sec. Sorry about that, Taurus. I could feel a sneezing fit coming on as well. But like I said, we do have the bear coming through first for you. So that's very strong, powerful boss type energy. So embodying that boss type energy. But it does also talk about needing to have some very clear boundaries between yourself and the way things have been happening in the past here, because we have the whip coming through first, followed by the rats, which is the mice. Okay, so the whip, it talks about tension and drama and conflict, and the way that we deal with conflict, especially in the past, with the rats there, the mice there, because the mice talks about, you know, things that we've lost in the past, things that have stressed us out in the past. So, you know, we're looking at arguments and conflicts that have, you know, led to you losing in the past. You know, so you're needing to sort of have very strong boundaries, and kind of talking about, like, rather than boundaries, it's like framework, structure around your abundance and around what you're creating here, because, you know, and once again, that boss type energy, that you're, you know, taking charge a little bit here, and you're, you know, making sure that you kind of have a kind of formwork in place for how to deal with conflict and arguments and those sorts of things, to avoid the losses that you have experienced in the past with that. So you're kind of, that seems to be part of how to create more abundance for yourself, is to kind of, you know, have a strong boundary against those things being able to occur again, protecting yourself from the past sort of coming back around here, in order to create that chaos and tension for you. You're specifically avoiding past tensions by putting up that strong, powerful energy right here, right now, that I'm not going to allow that to happen again. All right. So I do feel that for a lot of you, that may specifically have to do with theft in the past, losses in the past. So you're very clearly putting up boundaries around, you know, things like, I'm not going to let you, you know, I'm going to make it impossible for somebody to steal from me, because I'm not going to, you know, be so vulnerable as to, you know, give too much, or whatever that may be. It's kind of that, I'm getting that phrase, give them an inch and they'll take a mile. So that's coming through mixed up with the energy of theft. Okay, so it's kind of like someone taking it's not so much theft as someone taking advantage of your generosity in the past, and that sort of leads you to a loss. So you're really putting up some structure and some boundaries against that being possible. Again here, especially if we see some new beginnings coming through for you in November, you're kind of like, well, that's it. This time I'm going to have a little bit more control over how this is being run and how this is happening. All right. So that's what I'm seeing for you, Taurus. You are more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. We will make sure you subscribe as well, of course, and we will see you again later. Moving on to our Geminis. Okay, Gemini. What's going on for Gemini in November with abundance and money? Abundance and money for Gemini throughout November, please. So that same card for Aries. we do have the perfect fit coming through for you here. Finding the right path, the fit with the soul, the ideal job. You're meant to be here. Okay, so you're on the right path. Okay, Gemini. We do also see helping hand. Need others to assist with services, increased productivity. No one can handle it all. So don't be afraid to ask for help when you do need it this month. It will actually help create, further productivity and more abundance for you. For some of you, like I said, the perfect fit energy did come through for Aries as well. I do sort of feel that there may be, an Aries that can help you. So for those of you who are looking for a partnership this month in some kind of a way when it comes to abundance and work and money, an Aries might be the right fit for you as well. Okay, but having a look here, Gemini, how can Gemini create more abundance and money for themselves throughout November? How can Gemini create more abundance and money throughout November? We have the Alpha Centurions coming through here for you. Foresight, planning, strategy. Okay, so you can see this little alien dude playing chess here. So this is really what you're needing to do this month in order to create, maximize the money, maximize the abundance that you have or are receiving this month. You need to plan 2 steps ahead. All right, when we're playing chess, we don't really think about just our next move. We think a couple of moves ahead as well. So we have like a set strategy that we try to stick to, and we plan ahead for you. Okay, well, if that happens, then we've got this in place to deal with it if it goes that way, and then if it goes this other way, then I've got this in place to deal with that. So you're really sort of planning things out when it comes to the way that you're creating abundance and money for yourself. Okay, it's kind of like putting money aside, because if this happens and then that happens, then I've got the money to pay for this kind of thing coming through for you there, Gemini. Okay, how can Gemini create out of this world abundance in November? Out of this world abundance for Gemini in November. As soon as I saw that first card, I heard the phrase, "Oh, ye of little faith." We have the cross coming through. You do feel a big responsibility on your shoulders this month, but, don't allow that to, be that blockage that stops you from having faith and trust that this is going to work out for you, because the more faith that you have in what you're doing here, and that you have planned for everything that you need to plan for, it is going to work out for you there. This is the universe putting everything into place for you. All right, and we do also see the letter and the stork coming through here, Gemini. So that is clear communication and expression of ideas, all right, of new perspectives and of ideas. So, once again, with that helping hand coming through for you this month, this is, communicating and expressing with others, stirring things up, stirring the pot, getting things moving in a way where you're asking for help with new ideas, new perspectives. I want your opinion. I want your perspective on this. Do you think this would work? Or how do you think this would work better? And things like that. That is something that is really going to help you create more abundance and money for yourself this month, is if you're clearly communicating to others around you that you trust, that, what you're needing, and asking for those fresh sort of perspectives and ideas. It does seem to be pretty straightforward for you with that, in that sense, Gemini. Okay, but that's what we have for you. You are more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Make sure you do subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to Cancer. Okay, Cancer. Abundance and money for Cancer throughout November. What does Cancer need to know in regards to abundance and money in November, please? That's so random. I heard that song right before I saw the card. It's an older song from like the 90s, I think, and it's like, moving on up, moving on up, nothing can stop me. I can't even remember the band or anything like that, but it's moving on up. It's probably called Moving On Up. 90s were very basic with their song titles. We have the Moving Up card. And I did hear that song come through right before I turned the card. Career is on the rise. New offers and opportunities. Salary increase. Going to the next level. All right. We also see authority. Take on the role of a leader and everyone will respect you. Be self-confident. All right. So Cancer, it does look as though you are being offered some sort of leadership role, some sort of role that is a little bit more authoritative than your current role, somewhere where you are needing to sort of step up and take a little bit more control and show leadership and maybe it could just be taking on a mentor for some of you, but it's you're kind of having that even seeing you sitting up here on that throne, that is moving up in some kind of way. You're sitting up above others in some kind of way. So that's what's coming through for your month. And we did see salary increase to come with that as well. So that sounds good for you there, Cancer. Let's have a look at, how you can help increase your money and abundance throughout November. Cancer, advice for Cancer to increase money and abundance throughout November. The Alpha Draconians. Corrupt, unethical, and cults. Okay, that's the keywords on this card. The corrupt, unethical, and cult-like energy. I just want to clarify that energy for Cancer, please. Clarify why that is Cancer's advice for increasing abundance and money in November. There is actually like an influence on you here. It kind of, I just, out of this world increases for Cancer with money and abundance, please. It does actually feel like this is somebody kind of around your energy. We do have the masculine energy coming through first here in regard to this Alpha Draconians card. There does seem to be some corrupt energy around you. Someone unethical. Maybe that's why you're getting this leadership role. Maybe that's why you're moving up. Maybe, but I do just feel a little bit of, because, that has come out with the rats, the mice card as well, which does talk about the past, and it talks about losses, and it talks about theft, and it talks about, things that have been lost to us or taken from us or stress us out, things that sort of eat away at us. So it's kind of like a bit of a warning, I feel, that there is somebody around you that is sort of trying to take away from your abundance, trying to steal your abundance, trying to, eat away, just it's kind of giving this very nibbling away at things. Like it's just taking the tiniest little piece by piece by piece until there's nothing left kind of energy. And it's got to do with this unethics, this corrupt energy. It kind of feels like somebody, trying to say, oh, I want you to do things this way. And you're like, that's unethical. I don't want to do that. So they're kind of chipping away at you slowly, trying to get you to, join in with this unethical behavior, this unethical energy here. It's like it's like I'm just getting this slowly chipping away at you kind of energy, trying to, but it actually takes away your abundance. So it's kind of a bit of a warning here. I feel that the best advice for you in order to, increase your abundance and your money is to actually like not give in to this energy, not allow this energy to take from you. All right. So this is kind of the energy of somebody, taking a little bit off the top, or, someone trying to bribe you even, or, no, but that off the top sounded, that felt more right here with what this person is trying to do. They're just trying to like they're skimming money off the top or something like that. And, you know, if you want to move up, you definitely need to utilize your authority here and, you know, in an ethical way. So I feel like this is a bit of a warning here, because you need to, your general advice here with the increase of abundance is the flowers and the stars. So you're kind of needing to give to your goals here, not to this person, if that kind of makes sense. You know, like I feel like you're part of your goals, that you're, you know, the wishes and desires that you have here is, I want all these things. I want extra money and things like that, but I want it legitimately. I don't want to gain that money unethically. So you're kind of giving to your goals. If you want your goals to be met, you need to give your time, your love, your energy to your true wishes and desires and goals, and the hope and the optimism, in order to receive that abundance there, rather than giving to this sort of energy that is a little bit corrupt here, a little bit cult-like. It's kind of a little bit that boys club kind of energy there as well. But this is how we've always done it, and this is what we all do, so you should do it too. But I feel like that's going to take you down the wrong path here. That, you know, you really need to stand in that position of authority, just within your own self, and say, no, well, I'm taking leadership here, and I refuse to do that. So it's being self-confident, and, you know, take on the role of a leader, and everyone will respect you. So you know, you're gaining respect by moving up without having to move in this negative kind of a way here. All right, you're not giving to the wrong things with this here. So just be very careful with that energy, Cancer. It's just sort of very, very strongly, there is someone around you that's just kind of trying to be a bad influence, or trying to nibble away, you know, chip away at you and get you in on whatever they're in on. So just be aware of that. But that's what we have there for you. More than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to our Leos. Okay, Leo, abundance and money for Leo throughout November. Leo, abundance and money for Leo throughout November, please. Okay, Leo. Power. You have the power to take control of your life, career, and finances. Focus on your needs. Okay, so the power is all from you. You already have the power to do what you need to do here, to take control a little bit more, and focus really on what you need when it comes to, you know, work and your financials. All right. We also see investments coming through for you. Investments will have positive results that will bring prosperity. Invest wisely. So that's kind of talking about not just your investments, but your purchases this month. Really thinking about quality over you know, quantity, or you know, quality over, you know, is more important, I feel, this month when it comes to things that you're buying. So making sure that it is a good investment to purchase that thing, rather than just buying things on a whim. Really thinking about the investment quality of it. Well, is it going to last me XYZ amount of time? Okay, Leo. How can Leo increase abundance and money throughout November? How can Leo increase money and abundance throughout November? Crop circles. Messages, curiosity, and signs. So for those of you who are investing in, you know, things like the stock market, definitely pay attention to the signs that you're receiving from the universe, because you will sort of, it's kind of this energy of like, I don't know anything about stocks, but like, imagine if there was a company that you were thinking about investing in called Red, which I shouldn't use that example. Silver, I'll say Silver. Red is an actual company here in Australia. you're thinking about investing in this company called silver, or even just investing in silver, the metal. And before you go to put your money into that investment, you see the word gold written really big all over the wall, and you see scrolling through your phone and you see something that's just like silver is bad for you or something like this, and that to you is a sign. Don't invest in the silver, maybe invest in gold instead. So really paying attention to things like that. That seems very specific for people investing in stock market stuff. So there you go. But yeah, paying attention to messages and communication that you're receiving, that specifically to do with financial stuff, paying very good close attention and being curious to read the fine print and things like that is coming through there as well. As well as trusting your instincts and trusting, if you're seeing signs from the universe that, oh, that might work out well or that might not work out, really trust that as well. Okay, out of this world abundance for our Leos in November. How can Leo create out of this world abundance throughout November, please? We see the feminine coming through first. Feminine energy is very, more emotional energy here. But also very nurturing. But I do feel it's specifically talking about emotional burdens and responsibilities. We have the cross coming through next. Side note, though, once again, the cross is actually very spiritual. Have faith, trust your intuition kind of messages there as well. With both the feminine and the cross there, it's very muchly supporting that trusting your intuition this month when it comes to money. All right, but I am sort of getting this specific message here about emotional burdens that need to be lifted. All right, that need to be broken. We have the scythe coming through there as well. So the scythe is, a sudden break or change from the way that you have been holding these emotional burdens, these emotional responsibilities. Okay, so there may be some, emotional based, like fear based, emotional based, anger based, impulsive behaviors that you have maybe engaged in when it comes to money, and it's become a bit of a burden on your shoulders. You're cross to bear, so to speak. You need to break yourself free from those, and this really does talk about impulsive changes occurring, but not in a way where you're impulsively going out and spending. It's a way where you're breaking free from those habits that have in the past been impulsive, and you're making sudden change to break free from those burdens that you've been carrying financially in order to make the changes necessary to increase your abundance here. Okay, so I hope that makes sense to you there, Leo. But that's what we have for you. You are more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to our Virgos. Okay, moving on to Virgo. Virgo, what is going on for you in November with your abundance and money? Abundance and money for Virgo in November. Okay. Holding your cards close to your chest, Virgo. Oh, we have new beginnings coming through first. You will start a new job and life. Clean sweep. Hit the reset button. We also see spiritual work coming through for you, Virgo. Open your heart to a spiritual career and heal the human heart. You are a light worker. So it doesn't necessarily mean that your new job will be specifically spiritual work, but it's kind of giving this new beginning that you're facing, even if it's not a brand new job altogether. It's some new elements coming throughout November for you with your work kind of staff that are actually going to be a lot closer to fulfilling for you in a spiritual manner, is what I'm picking up with that. Okay, but we'll have a look here at, you know, ways that you can help increase your abundance and money throughout November. Virgo, ways for Virgo to increase money and abundance in November. Okay, we are seeing the Galactic Federation energy for you. So this is really just, you know, community collaboration and meetings, all right? So this is working with others really helps you increase your money, and your, you know, partnership does seem to be coming through here as well. So for some of you, the new beginning may actually, you know, involve a lot more people than you're currently involved with when it comes to your work and your money. But clarifying this energy for you. Out of this world abundance for our Virgos in November. Definitely putting the work in, okay? First of all, we do see the bear and the mountain coming through for you here, Virgo. So, you know, both of these are cards of hard work, very boss energy. All right, and we do see your card as well, the tree here coming through. So, you know, the bear does talk about, you know, leadership, being very strong and confident in who you are, you know, setting boundaries between yourself and others. So even though we are seeing you working alongside others here with that sense of community, you are still keeping those boundaries, those work-life kind of boundaries nice and firm here, but you're not afraid of a bit of a hard work with that mountain here. There may be some heavy, you know, obstacles and challenges for you this month on the work front, but this is really, you know, perseverance, determination, using your strength and confidence and your, you know, just the power of you know, that boss energy to power you up that mountainside, so it becomes an achievement that you've climbed over this mountain, rather than something that you're letting hold you back, because we do see the tree, like I said, that is your card, where you're growing and you're healing and you're maturing and you're becoming wiser to the ways that you're taking care of your money and the way that you're, you know, growing your money and abundance. You're willing to put in the hard work in order to get the results that you're wanting this month. So all in all, some really great messages for you there, Virgo, but that's what we're seeing for you. You are more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel. And we will move on over to our Libras. Okay. All right. Libra. What's going on for Libra throughout November with the work and money and abundance? Abundance and money for Libra in November, please. Ooh, ripe for the picking. I'm hearing the phrase ripe for the picking. We do see transformation coming through for you first, Libra. Change is the natural order of things. Don't be afraid of the unknown. All right, so things are starting to change for you, especially with this fertility card coming through. That nest egg is about to hatch. The meanings on this card, it does talk about don't sacrifice family for your career and things like that, but I'm really getting this nest egg kind of energy, this transforming, you know, what makes, you know, it's about to hatch out, and it's you're transforming the way that, you know, fertile new growth begins in your abundance and your money sector. So, you know, it's like, think about what you want to hatch when it comes to abundance. You know, and for a lot of you, there may be a little bit of a family influence here when it comes to money and abundance for you as well. You know, abundance is a lot more than just money. So there may be some family considerations with that as well, in order to embrace those transformations for yourself, Libra. Okay, Libra. How can Libra increase abundance and money throughout November? How can Libra increase money and abundance throughout November? Ooh, the MIB energy. Okay, that does talk about stalking, intimidation, and confrontation. I don't really feel the intimidation factor coming through. It's not really intimidation. It's like it's kind of like being very intimidating through being very professional, and you're not allowing anyone else to intimidate you. That's what's coming through there, that you're, doing your research, and you're confronting issues when they need to be confronted, but you're being very, very professional about it, the way that you're doing it here. You're, even though the MIB hides in the shadows a little bit here, you're kind of still being confrontational, that you're in the shadows watching, kind of thing, that you're not going to let things slide, is kind of what's coming through with that for some reason, but we'll clarify that for you as well. Okay, out of this world messages for Libra with abundance and money. Increasing abundance and money out of this world for Libra. Ooh, I really love this. This is supportive of that family energy I was picking up on earlier. We do have the heart coming through first. So, do what you love what you do, coming through here, even if you don't. But really following your heart when it comes to the decisions you're making around money. This month we do see the cross coming through. Have faith. Have faith. If you're following your heart, have faith that there's a reason that you are, and that everything will work out how it is supposed to for you. Trusting and having faith that as long as I'm following my heart and I'm feeling, fulfilled within myself, and putting love first rather than money necessarily, you're going to ease those burdens a little bit on yourself. We do also see the house coming through there as well. So, we do see a lot of stability and security for you with money and abundance throughout November here as well, Libra. So all in all, it does look pretty good for you here, but you are sort of have faith that things are moving to a much more, stable, secure place for you with your abundance and money this month, because it does appear to be the case. Although that, like I said, that can be family matters as well, may be important throughout the month of November when it comes to money. Okay, so that's what we're seeing for you, Libra. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Make sure you do subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio, what's going on for Scorpio throughout November with abundance and money? Abundance and money for Scorpio throughout November. Loyalty coming through first for you, Scorpio. True friendship and loyalty are among the most important values. Be loyal to your friends. All right. So really remembering, who supports you and cares about you and is loyal to you this month. It will actually help increase the value of abundance in your life. And there may be even monetary gain for you in, being loyal to those. It's kind of like, it's giving me this energy of, if you are loyal to those people, that, if somehow, good things happen to them, then they're going to take you along for the ride kind of energy. We do see sweet success coming through here as well, Scorpio. It's not difficult to get everything you want and enjoy it. Get what you want this month, all right? So don't hold back. Go for it this month. Getting what you want, success. Loyalty to those who are loyal to you, and they might take you on for the ride, but also, sharing in that success, maybe with somebody else's success or your own, okay? But increasing advice for Scorpio to increase abundance and money throughout November. Crop circles. Okay, messages, curiosity, and signs. So this talks about, it does talk about, communications that you're receiving throughout the month. So if you are receiving, paperwork or information being communicated to you in regard to, money or your work, really paying attention, be curious, and read the fine print, check for loopholes and all that sort of stuff, and really pay attention to the spiritual signs you're receiving this month as well. They are trying to lead you towards that success. Straight away, images of giant, like lollipops seem to be important for you this month with November. So, you know, the lollipops are pointing you in the right direction, the sweetness, the candy kind of energy. I'm hearing the word candy as well, rather than, you know, here in Australia, we call them lollies. So I am hearing the word candy rather than lollies. So that may be more relevant to, you know, those of you in the US. But, you know, there might be messages of importance this month. You are receiving a lot of communication in regard to things that actually will help you increase your money. All right, but we'll have a look here as and clarify that a little bit more. Scorpio, how can Scorpio increase abundance and money out of this world throughout November? Out of this world abundance for Scorpio. Once again, we're seeing, you know, trusting your intuition, you know, following those spiritual signs this month, because we do have the ship and the moon coming through first. So the ship does sort of say, you know, get ready for the next adventure, but it also tells us to move forward and start that journey. Don't be afraid to start that journey, especially when it comes to, you know, moving forward and trusting your intuition. The moon does sort of tell you through your intuition and your emotions which way to sort of go here and which way to travel. So for some of you, you're traveling emotionally this month in some kind of way to help yourself increase your abundance and your money. We do also see the Tower coming through here for you. So the Tower does really talk about structure. All right. So once again, I'm getting messages of, you know, once again, this structure, this governmental stuff where it's like paperwork where you're having to read the fine print and read, you know, exactly what the format of something needs to be and things like that. So really following the tradition and the structure of things on the money front this month, because it will really, you know, put you in the right direction here as well. It does also talk about, you know, maybe needing to isolate. I'm picking up something about isolation, but like isolating each individual thing. I'm kind of seeing, you know, like as if you're like reviewing your bank statements and you're itemizing every single thing and going through those, you know, especially when I'm seeing the messages and you know, reading the signs and going through the fine print. That may definitely be something that really helps you this month, is to go through and itemize every single thing that you're spending and incoming and outgoing expenses there to really isolate any issues coming through there as well. That will really help increase your abundance this month. Okay, so that's what we have for you, Scorpio. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to our Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius, abundance and money for Sagittarius throughout November. Abundance, whoa, okay. Those are obviously your cards, Sagittarius. Flicked on out by themselves. Okay, so we do see the fruits of your labor coming through first here. It's time to reap the fruits of your labor and become rich. Rich gain is here. It's time to go and pluck it from the tree. I do feel with that particular energy, I am picking up that, you know, having the tree growing, like having the fruits of your labor growing on the tree is not quite enough for you here, Sagittarius. You need to actually go and pluck them off yourself. There is some sort of action that you're needing to take in order to, you know, reap the benefits this month. So just be aware of that. We do also see the guardian angel coming through here. Some higher power protects you from difficulties and misfortunes. Trust your guardians. All right, so there are people guiding you. For some of you, that's not even a guardian angel from you know, the ethereal. That is, you know, a mentor in your life, someone that may come across as a bit of a guardian angel that helps you when you need help and seems to know just exactly when you need that help. They really, you know, they are part of the fruits of your labor this month as well. That they may really have some really good insight for you as well, and protect you from, you know, stepping back with the money and the abundance stuff. They might be able to sort of jump on in and help with something. Okay, Sagittarius, Advice for Sagittarius to increase abundance and money throughout November. Oh, fire element. Okay, so warrior, passion, fearlessness. Okay, so the fire element obviously is Aries, Leo, and Sag. So it's kind of talking about stoking that fire within, the passion within. You know, really, really pushing yourself to think about the things that sort of get you all fired up, and they do, you know, make you want to stand up and fight for these things. Really thinking about those things this month, and putting a little bit of passion and hot fiery energy into those. You know, the fire is something that really, really, it can burn so brightly within you, and it can get so many things sort of cleansed in your life as well. So definitely using that fire within this month to help increase your money. But we'll clarify that, of course. Sagittarius, advice for Sagittarius to increase abundance and money out of this world throughout November. Learn from the past. Pretty straightforward message here. We do have the mice coming through first, which does talk about the past losses, the things that have been taken from you, the things that have sort of eaten away at your money and your abundance in the past. You're learning from those. We have the book here, which is all about, you know, learning, education, research. So some of you may be sort of looking back at the story of where you've been so far, and really asking yourself, what can I learn from that previous misfortune and whatnot, when it comes to money. All right, and being ready to move forward into the next chapter, removing those things from your life. All right. We also see the lily coming through there as well. So, you know, being very emotionally intimate with yourself, and being honest and kinder to yourself about those past things as well, as you're sort of, you know, researching and learning more, you know, learning about what you could have done better in the past, or whatnot, you know, learning from your mistakes in the past. You're being very open and honest about those, and you're not sort of shying away from that because it's sort of bringing up residual emotions. You're kind of going, no, well, I want to make long-term changes here, so I really need to learn my lessons here, and I'm going to sort of sit with this very closely and intimately, and learn as much as I can here. I'm going to be very open and vulnerable, and sort of, you know, open to trying new things rather than just redoing past ways of doing things when it comes to money and things like that. So being very honest with yourself is definitely coming through with that as well, and making long-term changes when it comes to your money and your abundance. Okay, Sagittarius, so that's what we have for you today. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to our Capricorns. Okay, hi Capricorn, how are we today? Just sorry if the camera angles are a bit dodgy today. I'm having some issues with my tripod, so I do need to fix it, but it's going to involve getting out the hot glue and all that sort of fun stuff. So, or just getting a new one. So just bear with me. This video may seem a little bit off kilter, so I'm sorry about that, Capricorn. It's just kind of happened. It's been here and there all day, but it's just kind of gotten to the point of no return for you guys, unfortunately. So we're just a little bit off kilter. So I'm sorry about that, Capricorn. But moving into your reading, we are looking at abundance and money for you throughout November. Abundance and money for Capricorn throughout November. Okay, what does Capricorn need to know about abundance and money throughout November, please? Okay, social status coming through first here, Capricorn. You will reach the heights of fame and society. Don't get arrogant. All right, so some of you, this generally does talk about social media presence for quite a lot of you here. So, you know, you may be like me and do YouTube. You may, you know, be on other platforms as well. But, you know, for some of you, there is a lot of success in diversifying your social status. So, what I mean by that is, for some of you, diversifying into social media or advertising in new ways, and getting out and about into the community in new kind of ways. For a lot of you, this seems to be mostly career-based messages. All right, but we do also see gambling coming through for you, Capricorn. Excessive gambling can have dangerous consequences. Don't risk too much. So just be careful of the financial risks that we are taking throughout November, okay? That could be of concern for you there, Capricorn. But looking at how advice for you to increase your abundance and money throughout November, Capricorn, increasing your money and abundance throughout November. We have the Nagas coming through for you. So that's about the lovers, the erotica, the sensuality. So for a lot of you, it's kind of talking about the fact that abundance is not just money, all right? That there is this sensuality coming through that is making you feel sort of abundant and fulfilled this month. So the more, physical touch kind of stuff, definitely helping you feel like you have it all this month, feeling a little bit more fulfilled and abundant in all areas of your life this month, Capricorn. But we will clarify that there as well. Advice for Capricorn to increase their abundance out of this world. Capricorn. Ooh. Firstly, we have the dog energy coming through here, Capricorn. Loyalty, understanding, support. So once again, that's connecting a little bit to that erotica sensuality energy where, you really are relying on others this month to help you feel more abundant in all aspects of your life. Looking at the areas of life that you do, have a lot of loyalty to, and people are loyal to you. You've got support, understanding, compassion. Having people around you seems important this month, Capricorn, for your abundance, okay? But we do see two career cards coming through straight away as well. So we have the Key and the Fox coming through there as well. So the Key really does talk about brand new opportunities coming through, provided that you are intelligent and clever about the opportunities that you're taking this month when it comes to your money and your abundance, all right? So you really do need to focus on your own survival and putting yourself first, all right? So doing what you need to do to make sure that you are, being very independent with your money and taking care of yourself first and foremost, okay? That seems to be what's coming through for you there, Capricorn. You are more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to our Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius, how are we today, Aquarius? I will just apologize firstly for the weird camera angle. I'm having some issues with my tripod, so it's just kind of gotten to the point of no return here, and I'm having to sort of deal with it, even though it's kind of crooked to where I'm sitting. So I am sorry for the weird angle if it's noticeable to you there. But getting into your reading, Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius, money and abundance for Aquarius throughout November. What does Aquarius need to know in regards to money and abundance in November? Flexibility. So having to do what I'm doing right now, Aquarius, you're kind of just making it work, even if it's, sending you all over the place and it's all, having to sort of do things on the fly, having to be flexible. So when a problem comes up, you're having to sort of solve it on the fly this month. Adapt slowly by using versatility, compromise, adaptation, change. Be flexible in your methods. So needing to be flexible the way you're doing things and being, kind of expecting change this month and being prepared to deal with it on the fly. Seems to keep coming through that same phrasing, dealing with it on the fly. All right, but we also see love affair coming through. Beware, love affairs at work rarely end well. Don't lose your mind, Aquarius. So for some of you, you're paying a little bit too much attention to the love romance stuff, especially if there's some stuff going on around you at work or with you at work. you know, really paying attention to that and not losing your mind, and forgetting the work itself. All right, forgetting that, you know, for you, it kind of feels like, you know, there might be a lot of things going on in your energy or around your energy on the love front this month. So needing to be flexible and prepared for those changes occurring, but not losing your mind and not losing your focus on your money, needing to put your money first this month. Okay, Aquarius, but advice for Aquarius to increase their abundance and money throughout November. We have the Agarthians coming through for you. Manifesting multidimensional perception and attunement. All right, so once again, that's very interesting with that flexible energy as well, that you kind of are manifesting these changes in some kind of a way here as well. So you're already in tune with the changes that are going to occur. So it's kind of like being very, you know, across all boards all at once. You're very multidimensional. You're prepared to deal with different things all over the place. Pardon me. So, you know, and embracing that energy, that flexibility energy, once again, that versatility, you know, being across a broad scope of things all at once for you this month, Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius. Advice for Aquarius to send the abundance and wealth out of this world in November. Follow your heart. Follow your heart. We have the heart coming through first there, Aquarius. Definitely follow your heart, but also, you know, be very aware of the heart space stuff and how it's affecting you. Once again, you're needing to be flexible and you're needing to be multidimensional. So you're needing to deal with all that, but still deal with abundance and financials. All right. So do not lose sight of all the other stuff as well while you're following your heart. We do also see the Tower and the Letter coming through for you here. So I dare say, you know, Aquarius, we might get some very strong messages for you when we do the love portions of readings for November. Okay, so definitely keep an eye out for those. But we do see the need for you to isolate communication. I'm not exactly sure what that means. For some of you, this is, you know, the Tower can also be, you know, governmental, institutional. So it could be communication from your bank institute, your government, your federal, your like it can be lawyers and you know, legal matters, legal communications. So that they may be very important to help you. You know, the legalities may be very important to help you increase your abundance this month. But I am also seeing to isolate the communication. So you're really needing to like isolate the messages. So for some of you, keeping receipts is important this month. For others of you, this is like isolating the message of the letter kind of thing. So like if you're receiving some sort of paperwork, you really need to isolate, hang on, well, what is the actual message I'm receiving here? It's like it's a whole bunch of, you know, legal speak, but what is the actual message I need to pay attention to here? So paying a bit of close attention to isolating the message. But there definitely could be some legal matters that are helping create more abundance for you this month in some way, shape, or form, Aquarius. Okay, so that's what we have for you. You are, of course, more than welcome to check out your other placements. Subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to our Pisces. Okay. Pisces, first and foremost, I do just want to apologize if my camera is a bit all over the shop today. I'm having some issues with my tripod, so I do think I need a replacement. So I'll go and get that shortly, but, you know, trying to finish the video off, you know, while I can. So I do apologize if it's a bit all over the shop. Sort of, it's just been like the last 4 signs that, or 3 signs even, that it's been like, you know, it got to a certain point where it just was not holding on anymore. Pisces, abundance and money messages for Pisces throughout November. What does Pisces need to know in regard to abundance and money in November? Oh, I just saw that same one for Aquarius. So some of you may be dealing with an Aquarius or have strong cusp or Aquarius placements. Love affair. Beware, love affairs at work rarely end well. Don't lose your mind. So this kind of does talk about being very careful not to get distracted by the stuff that's going on with love, either in your life or around your life. That you need to sit in your seat of power. Okay, Pisces, and not be distracted by all this external stuff in your life. You have the power to take control of your life, career, and finances. Focus on your needs. All right. So the love affair stuff may not be the thing to focus on this month. It may be, the actual, what do I actually need? What do I need to survive? So focusing a little bit more on the material for you this month, I feel, Pisces. But we'll clarify that a little bit further here. Pisces, advice for Pisces to manifest further abundance and money into their life. November, advice for Pisces when it comes to abundance and money throughout November, please. Okay, Pisces, we're seeing the Nagus energy. Some of you dealing with a Capricorn. Capricorn had this energy as well. So this is the lovers, erotica, sensuality. So once again, we're going back to that love affair energy. It says, don't lose your mind. But then we're seeing your advice is the lovers, erotica, and sensuality. So, don't allow yourself to lose your mind, but you can actually use this energy this month to get in touch with softer sides of yourself here, Pisces. And it's kind of like an increasing abundance of sensuality in your life, as long as you don't lose your mind to it. It's a fine line, Pisces. Okay, but this is I don't actually feel like this is necessarily love. For some of you, this is closeness and intimacy. All right, so I do feel that this could actually be like closeness and that, because it's giving very touch based energy as well, that it's like, and I'm picking up for someone here, it's like offering your support through touch at work may actually be really like offering intimacy to others that you are surrounded by actually helps increase your money somehow. So can we just clarify this energy for Pisces? Clarify why we're seeing the Nagas for Pisces when it comes to advice. Stability, okay? Security and stability. We have the house there. So it's kind of like that little sensual bubble of security and safety. It's the little comfort zone, the safety zone, very touch-based energy, needing touch reassurance, whether it's you or somebody around you. But it actually, it helps create the stability that you find in your love life, in your intimacy life. It actually really helps you find security elsewhere in your life as well somehow. Interesting. Pisces, how can Pisces send their abundance and money out of this world in November? Definitely seeing a lot of intimacy for you this month, Pisces. We do have the scythe coming through first and foremost. So this is like an impulsive, it does feel like an impulsive decision. The scythe can talk about, a lot of changes happening sort of out of nowhere. And I kind of feel like that's what's going on here for you, is that it's some sort of impulsive decision or something really, something happening very impulsively in your life here on a very emotionally intimate level. We have the lily here. So this is one of the sex cards. And compared to the other one, this is the emotions of it. It's making love as compared to just having sex. But it's long-term changes, long-term stability being found here on a very emotional level for you. So there is like this this sudden change that's taking you through to a much more emotionally intimate place. And it's a long-term change that's occurring from that sudden impulsive energy, which is quite interesting here. We do see a lot of communication and expression there as well. So the letter there does talk about communication and expression. So, being very open and vulnerable and honest and expressive with your intimate, your most vulnerable emotions is very well advised here as well. But, it's part of, like, for some reason, these messages are coming through for your abundance and your money. So they are obviously having some sort of an impact on your financial situation this month. So, but, like, we do see it's all about the stability and the security. So for some of you, the emotional stability, it has this flow-on effect to other areas of your life becoming more stable as well. So that's not a message I expected to see today, Pisces, but that's what we have for you. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course, and hopefully I'll see you all again soon.